Episode 354, Vercel's Skills Library.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
2 million installs in under a month. That is the adoption rate Vercel is reporting for Skills, a new tool that gives AI agents a standardized way to do things. Hello and welcome back to AI 6 minutes, one topic and everything you need to stay ahead on artificial intelligence. I'm on a mission to upskill 500,000 people, and today's episode is a good example of why that mission matters. Because what Vercel has just built tells us something important about where agentic AI is actually heading. So Vercel is a web development platform used by millions of developers. In January, they launched Skills, a command line tool that lets developers install pre-built capabilities for AI agents the same way they would install any piece of software. You type a simple command and your agent gets a new ability. Alongside that, they launched skills.sh, a public directory and leaderboard where developers can browse, discover, and track which agent capabilities are being adopted. Think of it as an app store, but for what AI agents can do. The idea actually started with one engineer, Xu Ding, sitting down on a weekend and writing up everything he knows about React and web development. The challenge was how to get that knowledge into AI agents quickly, without waiting for it to show up in the next model training cycle, which could take years. Skills became the answer, a simple, fast way to give agents up-to-date specialist context on demand. Vercel CTO Malte Ubel described it simply. It is a package manager for agent context. Most AI agents generate instructions on the fly, working things out as they go. That means unpredictable outputs, especially when the agent hits a gap in its training data. Skills separates reasoning from execution. Instead of letting an agent invent its own approach every time, you give it a controlled set of predefined commands. The agent does not improvise. It draws on verified, tested capabilities that developers have already built and shared. So what can a skill actually do? It can read or modify files, run, build steps, interact with APIs, query project data, all in a predictable, auditable way. The agent gets a toolbox instead of having to forge tools from scratch each time. As of the Skills Night event in San Francisco on February 17th, the ecosystem has hit 2 million CLI installs and over 69,000 unique skills tracked in the directory. Skills already work across 18 AI agents, including Claude Code, GitHub Copilot, Cursor, and Windsurf. Those are the tools developers are using daily right now to build AI-powered products and services. So agentic AI is moving at the speed of light. Vercel provides verified official skills, and the ecosystem is open. Any developer can publish a skill. At the Skills Night event, a security researcher from Socket demonstrated exactly why that matters. He showed a skill that looked completely clean on the surface, but buried inside it was a file that opened a remote connection on install. You would never catch it without examining every file manually. So, of course, there's inherent risk. Vercel moved on the security. They announced a security partnership with Gen, also with Socket and Sync, to audit every skill that comes into the ecosystem. They are building an audits leaderboard so organizations can see the security assessment for any skill before they install it. Skills separates reasoning from execution, which improves predictability. And predictability is not the same as safety. If an agent installs a skill package that touches sensitive APIs, modifies customer data, or bypasses your authentication controls, you've got to ask who is accountable. Well, obviously, a human. So value in AI is shifting. For 2 to 3 years, the conversation was about which model is the biggest, which is the best. But Vercel didn't build a model. They built infrastructure that makes models useful in practice, turning AI capability into AI action. And Meta understood that when they bought Manus, and Vercel understands it too. So if you're thinking about how you're going to build AI, think beyond simply models. Think about agentic AI. Think about infrastructure and capability. And I tell you, my friends, this has also got me thinking about how I can expand and potentially reorientate what I'm building. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organization. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.